We use our computers for so many things, and when yours stops working, you gotta get it fixed.
And maybe you're there now. If not, at least put this conversation into the back of your mind.
It'll pay off. Here to compute this, Thor Schrock. Good to see you,
Hi, Thor.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me.
I was thinking about you last night when the Hyundai commercial and all the tech.
He was thinking about you last night.
During the Super Bowl, I was watching the Hyundai commercial with the
Yeah.
service members, and they had the 360 view, and they put them in the game, and they had the thing.
Yeah.
Cool technology.
It was. And
Did
you see when
that?
they were doing the interviews at the end of the game, they had the VR cameras on a stick up there. These giant. It looked like somebody was holding like a giant monitor on a stick. I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's one of those VR cameras.
Yeah.
Or the better one was when Google, the Google Home, like hello Google, turn the lights on, that kind of thing. People who had the Google Home system installed in their house that were watching the Super Bowl, their lights were turning on and off. Everything was going nuts because they were saying the commands to the TV.
On TV,
That's funny.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
So let's talk about your approach to technology at Schrock Innovations and how you are using it to solve headaches for your customers.
Yeah, actually, it goes back to a really simple concept that we started, 18 years ago. If we can solve a problem for a customer in 2 minutes or less, just solve the problem. And it sounds really stupid, like if I can solve your problem in 2 minutes or less, and like, who do you think you are, you're going to solve my problem in 2 minutes? But a lot of times customers will call us, or people will call us. They're not even customers yet. They'll just call us and say, hey, I'm having trouble with my wireless printer. How can I get this to work? And we say, well, have you put it on the wireless network yet? And they're like, oh, I didn't realize I had to put it on the network. I mean, a lot of times it's silly little things like that. Or I downloaded this program and it's not doing anything. Did you install it? Oh, I got to install it.
Right,
okay,
downloading isn't enough, right?
Exactly. So if we can solve your problem for you in 2 minutes or less, just solve the problem. And then that way, when that customer has a real problem later, when their computer's broken, or they've got a ransomware infection or something really nasty is going on, they've got that person in their back pocket. They can pull that card and they can say, I'm going to call this guy because they helped us out when we needed it.
So well, service is why you've been so successful. Best of Omaha a number of times. But is it expensive? What's it cost them?
To be the best of Omaha?
The best.
You can't buy the Best of Omaha award.
I know that.
No, like if you expect to get the best of anything, you feel like you got to pay big bucks for it.
Well, and that's one of the interesting things. We were joking the other day. It's like when we started, see, 18 years ago when we started, we were like the cheapest option in town because we were super. It was just me. I was super hungry. I wanted to see if this would work. And then eventually, you realize you have expenses, and there are bills you have to pay. You have to keep the lights on. You got to pay the rents. You got to pay your people. You got to give them benefits so they can take care of their families, things like that. But then the interesting thing is when you go across the street to some of our competitors, it's like some of the big box store competitors, and you realize that they're charging like $25 an hour more than you are, and they're giving less service than you are. It does make you think like, maybe we could charge a little bit. No, we shouldn't.
But that's something else that gives you, I think, those best because people see the value, they get the result they were after, and they didn't spend as much as they could have going elsewhere.
Yeah, when you go to a restaurant, you have the dollar signs. Is this like a $5 restaurant, $5 sign restaurant,
right?
Or is it like a Taco
sign?
Bell, like a $2 sign restaurant? And so we're a $3 sign computer repair company. We're right in the middle.
I get that.
And then you have this free computer repair program, right? How does this thing work?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like when you watch those commercials for like all the medication on TV. If you can't afford your medicine, AstraZeneca. No, it's.
He's full of analogies today.
Well, there was a lot of commercials yesterday, right? And the first national commercial was awesome yesterday. The entrepreneurial commercial, that one hit home. That was a nice commercial. Anyway, I digress. But at Schrock, when we work with our customers, we want to get people in the door because a lot of times people have had a bad experience at a computer repair shop. They've been taken advantage of. They've been charged for things they shouldn't have been charged for. They've been talked down to, treated like they didn't know anything. And I can use my big technological words. Your whatchamajigger is broken, and your whatchamacallit in mega gigabytes are biting giga.
You don't want somebody to make you feel stupid. I mean,
Exactly,
you're there to get help, not to be.
And so when you walk in the door at a Schrock and you get greeted by a human being, when you call and you get greeted by a human being, and and then they look at you and they're like, well, yeah, we can fix that. It's not a big deal because people are freaked out when they come in. I've had people crying at my front counter because they think they've lost everything on their computer. And it's like, your power supply is just bad. Everything is still in there. We just got to get more power to it and it's fine. But you don't understand that coming in. So when people come in and they're reassured and they have that feeling, and then you don't charge them for the first time they come. You go to our website or you mention it when you come in, you get a free hour of labor for new customers.
Wow.
And then it brings you into the fold. And then it's the same principle. Once we solve your basic problem, down the line when you're looking for a new computer, like a modular computer or a modular tablet, or your business is looking for a website, something like that, you've got that place that you can call that you trust.
How do you charge though? You mentioned an hour labor. Is that how you charge by the hour? Or
Yeah, it's kind of, we've often joked that Schrock Innovations is kind of like an automotive repair shop with just different nuts and bolts. So basically, we have a rate card basically where with certain procedures cost certain amounts. You know, so if we actually charged by the clock hour for what we did for the time we spend on a computer, nobody would come see us. We would be like a $7 sign restaurant.
Yeah.
It would be insane. But you know, for example, a preventative maintenance checkup takes 8 hours to deliver.
Yeah.
You know, and we charge $89 for that.
Unreal. Wow.
So it's but then certain things like fixing computers, there's an hourly rate, so we do charge by the hour. Most things can be fixed in an hour or less though, so that free hour labor coupon's pretty awesome.
Keep that in mind, because you know Thor's given us several examples of what might fall within that sort of that 1 hour umbrella. So 3 locations. We've got one in Omaha, one in Papillion, and then the original's in Lincoln. And the website for all things Schrock, it's SchrockInnovations.com, and he's also really good about Facebook. So I'd give his page a like there because he's constantly putting articles and heads up there about breaches and different things when it comes to your personal info and just kind of keep you in the loop. The stuff you see in headlines, he breaks it down really well on Facebook.
People are loving the Facebook live stream from the radio show. Yesterday, I threw my
saw
chair.
That, yeah. You threw your chair.
Yeah, I threw
You
my
went
chair.
Bobby Knight?
Yeah, right in the KFAB studio, just threw the chair.
Jeez,
well, you know, I'm
Thor.
on video, right? And it's like you're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden the hydraulic in the chair fails, and you're like,
So you threw it.
I did
So dramatic.
Crazy animal.
check it out, facebook.com.
Can
Nice,
do.
Rodney.
Thank you.